What we'll look at today is the negative exponent. So if we had 3 to the power negative 2, what would that equal? Let's just make the pen a bit bigger for you guys. So 3, what does the negative power do? Well, the negative power brings it downstairs. So this would be normally 3 over 1. We can call it 1 over 3 now. And now that changes to a positive power. And this becomes a multiplication again, 1 times 2 and 1 times 2. The 1 here does not get multiplied by the 2, that one, it's this 1 here that does. So we get 1 squared over 3 squared. And 1 squared is 1, and 3 squared is 9. So they try and trick you a bit. What would happen if we put a negative outside? Well, this negative here has nothing to do with that negative there. So it just carries on. So we know it's 4 over 1, and this negative sign here turns it upside down. So it's 1 over 4 to the power positive 3. This negative that we had at the beginning here now just tags on. And it just keeps tagging on. So we get negative now. 1 cubed on top is 1. 4 cubed, you don't know what that is. It's 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. And the final answer is negative 1 over 64. So one of the problems they might give you is what's 2 squared minus 2 to the negative 2. Well, we know that 2 squared here is 2 times 2, that's 4. And then the minus goes afterwards. We know this is 2 over 1, so we can flip it, 1 over 2, and we get a positive power. We've gone from a negative. When we flip the fraction, we go like that. And then 4 minus 1 over 2 squared is 1 squared over 2 squared, which is 1 over 1/4. So the answer, and 4 minus 1/4 is 3 3/4. If you're not sure about that, 4 equals 16 over 4. We've got to make a common denominator. And that equals 3 3/4, or 15 over 4. These two are the same thing. So let's have a look at the power 0 now. So we know that 3 to the power 0 is 1. 10 to the power 0 is 1. So anything to the power 0 is 1. If we had 5 to the 0 squared, we know by the laws of multiplication that becomes 0 times 2 is 0, so 5 to the 0 is 1. Of course, the other way we could do it is to say, well, 5 to the 0 is 1, anything to the 1 is 1, and then the squared outside, 1 squared is 1. So the same way of doing it. Next group of numbers we're going to do is this one. So what does each of these numbers mean? Well, the 2 on the bottom means the square root, and the 3 on the top means the power. So this is the square root, the second root, square root, and the blue one on top is the power. And if we take it in turn, the easiest one to do first is the square root. What's the square root of 4? Well, the square root of 4 is 2. So it becomes 2. That's doing this bit first. And of course we've got the power left, and we've got the power 3 left. What is 2 cubed? Well, 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8. And this gets quite complicated because there's all sorts of things we can do now. 16 to the 3/4. Okay, well, what does the 4 mean? The 4 means the 4th root of 16. So what number times itself 4 times equals 16? It's quite easy because the answer is 2. And 2 to the power 4 is 16. So if we do this bit first, the 4th root, we get the answer 2. We've still got the cube left, so 2 cubed is 8. Do one more question here. do question 3 here. We'll put a fraction in, I think. Let's go 8 over 27 to the, we'll put the negative in as well, negative 2/3. So we've got 3 things going on here. We're going to do the third root first, then we're going to do the power, and then we're going to take care of the negative sign, like that. Okay, so we do the third root first of 27. So what number times itself 3 times equals 27? Well, the answer is 3. And then what number times itself 3 times equals 8? Well, the answer is 2. Because 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. So therefore the third root of 27 is 3. And we know that 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. So the third root of 8 is 2. So we get this 2/3. And what we've got, we've done the 3, we've got the negative 2 to go. Now we're going to do the 2, and the 2 means square both sides. So 2 squared is 4, and 3 squared is 9, and we're left with a negative sign. Well, it can't go on its own, so we've got to put a 1 with it. What does the negative 1 do? It turns the fraction upside down, and we get the answer 9/4 without the brackets. Okay, there's a few questions to do. Complete them. Write them on a piece of paper, take a photograph, and email them to me. Thank you.